Yeah.
Yeah,
But he didn't know it at the time.
Diesel
He didn't
had
even know
some,
they knew each other.
had some little short coils. And it was a known fact to the whole goddamn world except me that you can't make a tattoo machine push color or work with them little short coils. The whole goddamn world knew it but me. So I got a hell of a buy on. I screwed with them son of a bitches for years. Got one of the machines with them in.
Thank you.
And now it's a common thing, for Christ's sakes, but back then it was just,
Down here.
they just weren't setting them up right. I set them up every goddamn way there was, and finally I hit. And all of a sudden one of them friggin' machines would pack color along with my Jonesy. And from then on,
I'll have to go upstairs for those machines.
And where'd you get those little coils from?
I got those from Diesel.
Diesel.
Yeah, I had a bunch of them for a long time. Well, you can tell there's still some around. But it's all in how you set them up. But if they're not set up right, they just won't get the job done. It looks like it did. Till that guy comes back through the door. Oh, goddamn color's weak. What the hell? My black ain't black enough. Of course, I kind of started out. My interest was in fine line work. And that was just a no-no, for Christ's sakes, back in the 50s. You couldn't give away a fine line. And goddamn, if you did, they'd come back and want 7 needle outline on it. It took a long friggin' time for it to ever. I was putting three needle liners together in the 50s.
Kit. Swear, and then he put them all together for me.
Let's see which ones. Has that got the short coils in, or has that got the Ernie's coils in?
This has got Ernie's here. These are Ernie's coils.
What
I
you
don't know
got?
which ones you put the short ones in. They're not
I have to
Ernie's.
go through some machines to find you the short ones. Yeah, these are.
I forget which one.
No, these aren't Parappa coils.
So the
These are square bottoms. These are Jonesy coils.
those are Jonesy coils. So the standard in 1950s was seven needle liner.
Oh, 7 was as thin as it got.
I can't remember
Really?
which ones you put them in, Renegade.
I'll have to look through that box.
I didn't think they were that.
They're short coils.
So they used like 7s and 9s, and I mean, what all did they use? But
7s and 9s, and mostly 7s, and loose 7s. And some of the 7s were 10s instead of 12s. So you were knocking out a wide line. And I like fine line, but there was no demand for it whatsoever.
and this was a standard all over the country. It wasn't just in certain
You're
regions.
only looking about 300 tattooers, you know. Yeah, all over.
All over. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was it down in around the late 70s or so? The guy that you saw doing the fine line and all the pretty pastel colors and stuff. Somewhere down around Atlanta. When you come into Gibtown, you were talking about it. We never did get back up there, but I don't remember where it was at or who it was.
I don't remember it either.
He built those machines for me, so I wouldn't have such a
Yeah, I bought the rough
That's awesome.
frames from
So when did you just pick up machine building along the way, or tell me about
I knew he was
that?
gonna get around to that.
Of course I am. You know.
Yeah. Well, what happened was, I was on the road and that's where I planned to stay. And tattooing had caught my interest. But I'd only been in one tattoo shop. And that was in Wall Lake, Michigan. And I was about, we was talking about it the other night. And I don't remember if I had just started school or was starting school that year. And this guy had this filthy ass shop. A big tractor tire in the middle of the floor full of dirt. All the winos would come in there, spit in the dirt, put their cigarettes out. I imagine a few of them probably even pissed in it. And boy, that just caught my interest. Along with, I think, the biggest set of elephant tusks I ever seen were sitting in the corner. And I mean, this was a fairly tall ceiling, you know. And they come down across the back of it like that. They weren't a matching set, but there was two of them there. And I don't think I've ever seen a set that big. Of course, maybe just because I was a kid, they seemed awful big, but they were big.
9, 8, 9, something.
And of course, I'd just get my ass kicked out of there and sneak in on the other side of the winos. That went on for the short time I was there. So then years later, I went back and couldn't find out anything on the old guy. And I stayed there. I must have stayed there 2 weeks or more, trying to, you know, pick up some information on it. And a lot of people didn't even remember being there. But the one bar, he used to go over there every night for 4 beers when he'd close. He must have closed before the bar did. He was closed fairly early for that time, you know. And the people there was a few remember, but you know, the place had changed hands.
What town was that?
Huh?
Where was that?
Wall Lake.
Wall Lake, Michigan.
Yeah, what I was doing down there, I had an uncle that was draft board caught him, and he was home on leave, and so my mother went down to see him.
That was World War II.
Yeah. And that's a story all its own. He had 5 kids. Come one of these old ladies backed up to a bullseye, which the goddamn world was full of men because they were what was working in all the factories.
War plants.
And I'd say about the time he got out, he got on a drunk and never did get off it. He died here a few years ago. I would have just killed the bitch, both of them myself. Put them in Wall Lake.
He died in Green Bay,
Green
Wisconsin.
Bay, he finally moved to Green Bay, Wisconsin. I think he found an ideal place. He found a bar with apartments above it. If he could make the steps either way, he went home. Whether he's going home in the morning or going home for the bar to open. But anyway, and that's what I was doing down there. And then I finally did start getting a story on this woman that supposedly was close with this tattoo artist. All anybody knew him by was a tattoo man. Nobody had a name for him. And I finally found her. And it was a bullshit story. She knew him, but she said all the better she knew him was, you know, beer joint's got a table back in the corner where the waitresses hang out and smoke and wait and all that shit. Well, he got to the point where he'd go back there and drink. But she said she didn't. She didn't even really know where he lived. She said that she knew it was down, possibly on the same street she lived on, but she didn't know anything about him, so I never did. Never even found out who he was. But I tried to work that Wall Lake amusement park. I worked it, but I never could set tattooing in it. goddamn guy that had it let me work anything in there. He let me work a lay down, let me work a 6-cat. Rob every son of a bitch that come in the gate. And no tattoo. So I never did tattoo there. I never did find out who the tattooer was that was there. But even there, they were still pulling enough people out of there. And that fucking draft board didn't miss nobody. And he done a pretty fair business there. Even through the week, it wasn't just a weekend thing. He had a good steady business going. But that's what most of them were. People that got drafted, got a tattoo before they left. Or some of the real damn fools that joined, you know. They usually got 2 tattoos. But,
And then when you actually got around tattooing, it was actually on the carnivals, wasn't it?
I never really did get around it.
Where Dickie Hilburn fit in.
Well, I was tattooing then.
Oh, you were already tattooing when you met him.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you met him first.
No, the only tattooer before I started. Until I went out and seen Phil and what you call was that guy there. And all I ever got from him is run out of the goddamn place. I found out though, he'd run me out 3 times and he'd be too tired. Because I'd go around and come in the back door. After the 3rd time, he'd just holler at me then. I guess he just, 3 trips to the door to run me out on the sidewalk was
How
his
old's the
daily,
kid that's with you now?
daily
3.
exercise.
3?
Yeah.
Oh, he was quite a bit older.
Yeah.
So what were you, 9 or 10?
What?
In Wall Lake?
Well, no, it was either the year I started school or the year before. So I'd have been 5 or 6.
Really?
But it was right down the hill from where they lived. But I never could. And I used to run, every time I'd get in that part of the country, I'd run through that Wall Lake Park and they kept the same goddamn guy. He didn't have nothing against tattooing, he just wasn't having it in his, he said he didn't feel like that was part of a family amusement park. I mean, he wasn't shitty about it or nothing. Hell of a nice guy. Just tattooing one wouldn't be in his amusement park.
I can't remember what machines you put those little coils in.
I was trying to think what I got little coils into.
You used them all up.
Yeah, I think I have finally used
You
them.
did. I don't think you have one pair left. I can't remember which
No,
ones.
finally got them working. Now, hell, they're common and shit.
He's built so many machines, just, you know, take frames.
Another thing I messed with early on that's being used now is 6-wrap coils. And, well, they were a no-account son of a bitch back in the 50s. You didn't even walk on the same side of the street with the tattoo artist for you pissing with 6-wrap coils.
Did you get, you mentioned some Jonesies. Tell me about picking those up, or did you
Yeah.
ever meet Bill Jones,
Yeah,
or
sure
tell me
did,
about
sure
that.
Did. I wanted to spend some time out there. See, here's what the problem was with the tattoo, and I looked through a lot of things trying to put something together, because like I told you, this flat store thing is not going to keep going. If it does, you can spend half your goddamn time in jail. And I kind of like it on the outside better. And so I looked at quite a few things. One thing was leather. I don't know why. I was interested in shoemaking. I had no idea why. Just work with leather, which I finally did. I used to have 5 leather joints in Cherokee. That was bicentennial years when hand grafting was done. And then Mexico took it, well, Mexico took it over and even got around, for Christ's sakes, pennies was running them out on a goddamn machine, you know. So it was over. But anyway, the Jonesy machines, there wasn't a hell of a lot to pick from. And I decided on Jonesy. So,
You still got 'em.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
and look at there ain't a damn one of them cut. Can you
He
believe
puts
that?
these on them. He had a
Oh,
couple of them were
yeah.
broken, so he's been in the process of replacing.
See that, the one you see there that's got the plumbing on it?
Uh-huh.
That was done back when everything were super bees and all that shit. The whole world was nuts. Well, I was part of that.
Wow. Do you mind if I take photos of these?
No, go ahead.
Wow.
Those are awesome.
About how many million tattoos you put on with these things, man.
Well,
Wow.
probably not as many as you'd think, because
Oh.
see, in working everywhere like I was, my Jonesies were kind of saved for legal work. I had a hell of a time keeping up with machines, because every time you got kicked over bootlegging, they took your equipment.
Mm.
Except for one time they didn't get it. But staying in machines that you didn't mind losing, you know. I
Mm.
bought those from Bill and I didn't want to lose them, so they've not got the mileage on, you know, you'd think for as many years as I've had them, because so much of that time when I was on the move I didn't use them. I had to have a pretty safe sit-down to use those. But see, back then 5 machines was a set, not 2, and now they've gone to 3. That color packer, that's a crock of shit. God damn. I finally got the story on that. Color packer's over my head. I just pop my goddamn rheostat and pack whatever I want, but now you gotta have a machine for it. And so finally I got this straight from, what's the guy that gave me all the colors? What company's that?
You mean Cliff?
No.
No. Which one?
Look on the
Which
back of
color?
look on the back of the door, the bag's still there.
That's yeah, I just said it.
Yeah.
Cliff White?
Yeah.
Is that who it is?
No,
No?
no, this is another guy.
I thought it was Cliff.
No,